Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Aceikith Gaming. Just before today's video begins, which will be an iRacing video, haven't had one on the channel for a little while, just wanted to give a quick little shout out to one of my great sponsors, Iron Horse Liveries. If you do not know, I have recently started my own endurance sim racing team, which is designed for drivers that are new to iRacing or new to endurance racing, may not know exactly where to go first of all, and just want to find their footing, see if it suits them. If you are interested in joining the team, however, we are actually taking recruitment for the sim racing team. If you do want to get involved with that, there'll be a link down the description below to my Discord server. Just give me a quick ping and we'll be able to have a chat to be able to see if it will be suitable for both yourself and us as a team. But anyway, if you are interested, we are doing a little promotion at the moment with Iron Horse Liveries. If you are looking for your own livery for your own car, if you do iRacing, whether it be for your own team that maybe you're just starting like I've done, or even if it's, say, for example, you know, you're a streamer or you're a YouTube content creator and you want to have your own livery for your favorite car, whether it might be F3 or your GTE car, GT3. We are running a little offer at the moment. If you go to the link down the description below as well to his Facebook page and just chat to him, say put in Iron Quest as part of your chat to him, you'll be able to get 20% off your very first livery. He does do very good liveries, by the way, and his off prices are already very affordable as well, and it is extremely good quality. There will be a little bit of footage going on to show you some of the work that he has done for us at Quest Motorsport as well. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. If you do like the video, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. It does help out the channel a lot. And also comment down the description below if you have taken on the offer. You know, let me know what car you've gone for what livery you do want if you have taken the opportunity. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. Thank you very much indeed, guys.
All right then, so
car number 21 in the right column.
Let's get the engine started up. So, welcome to ESS at week 12 of season 2 2022. This week's race for ESS is Circuit De Le Sarthe, home to the 24 Hours of Le Mans, one of the biggest races of the year. So we are starting, in fact, in last place in the LMP2 car. So this is next season going to be one of my cars that I'm going to be driving throughout next season. I'm also going to be driving the Dallara F3. The Dallara F3 is probably going to be my main car for the upcoming season, but I'm also going to be driving the LMP2 as well. So expect to see some of that during the upcoming season. So in this race, it is a strength of the field 3.1k. 3.1k strength of the field. Track temperature is currently 37 degrees Celsius. Like I've said, we are actually starting in last place, but I believe a couple of cars are actually starting in the pits. So we have got LMP1s and GTE cars in this split as well. So around about the halfway point of the race, roughly about, expect things to get a bit crazy because we'll start to catch up to the GTE cars and the LMP1 cars will start to catch up to us at the same time.
Single file LM.
So we'll start on this side because I want to stay single file. So we'll see how this race goes. I'm not expecting too much because I am currently learning this car as well. So this will be a learning experience for me to see how I can do with the car and see what I can improve on.
Green, green, green.
Yes, yes, baby, yes.
And the GTE cars are already caught up to us. That's kind of normal though. This race in particular, because GTEs love to get a jump start. They do in top split racing. This is top split, by the way. Whoa. Okay. Let's calm that down a little bit.
Perfect. Fantastic start, mate. This is great.
So we've got to remember, we've got cold tyres and cold brakes. Yeah, John ahead of us wanted us to go alongside him, but I decided to stay behind him. Knowing what the start of this type of race can be like, I'd rather stay single file, going through them final chicanes. Now, obviously, for those of you that have been subscribed to the channel for a little while, obviously I drove these cars when they first got released, and I did have a fair amount of success, but I did start to grow out of it gradually.
On your left, we're aware.
Reasonably quickly, I would say, after about halfway through the first season of them being out. I think I just, you know, I think it was some difficulty with the car. I didn't understand it. So what ended up happening was I went back to the GTE cars back then, which obviously they're not being used as much anymore. This is the only series that the GTE class cars get used now. So obviously from season 1 2022, the GTE cars were no longer usable in the IMSA series because of the official IMSA series in real life obviously had GTEs as no longer a class car due to the lack of participation in the class. Like, in fact, even 2021, they only had 2 teams building 2 cars each. Just gonna take it calmly, see what this guy does. I think this guy may have had a slowdown. Because to get a slowdown during the first couple of laps on this track, it really does hurt you badly. So just to put it into perspective of how much faster the LMP1 cars are to us, they've already crossed the start-finish line off for the first time. So the difference in power between the LMP1s and the LMP2s is that the LMP1 cars are a little bit heavier.
All right, Al, relax.
Fairly
Focus,
similar
keep it smooth, speed 12.
to power, but LMP1 cars do have the hybrid boost. So at the beginning of a straight, they will be a lot faster. We've already gained a few spots. A couple of drivers I don't even think have started. So they've missed the race for one reason or another, I'm not sure why. Well, I think Zero actually had some issues on the first lap.
The gap in front has increased to 1.1.
And John, who we were starting behind, has obviously lagged quite a bit further behind. The track temperature is quickly rising. Sim time is near 12:30 in the afternoon.
Minutes and closes after 40 minutes.
So expect this, the track temperature to really go much higher towards the end of the race. Of course, tyres shouldn't be really much of a problem. It is more about corner exits on this track. Got a little bit of gravel trap on the exit there. Not ideal.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 1.8.
So really my objective is more of learning about the car. Really in this race, ready for next season. You know, it's not about being fast or anything like that. That will come with time.
Okay, Al, the next car is Hicks.
Of course, this is a bit of a unusual track to be racing on compared to what most other tracks will be racing on, obviously. But we'll still learn a decent amount, especially coming out of slower turns on this track, which is very important with this car. Because it has so much downforce, obviously as you can see through the quicker corners around the track, it loves it. But through slower turns, it just doesn't have that downforce to be able to carry through.
Left side. Clear left.
That's one pass for position, which is pretty good.
Use all the track. Force them to find the gap.
So all I'm doing right now, you'll probably hear the engine noise cuts out. What I'm doing, I'm using the clutch to try and save a little bit of fuel. Because these cars don't actually have engine map settings, you're just all on your own with regards to saving fuel. On a track such as this, you can easily fuel save behind somebody else. Of course, there's obviously a time and place when to actually do that. Like, one thing that you can do, which I will say try and do it if you feel like you're not going to be able to pull away from the guy that you're directly behind if you was to pass him, but you know you feel like you can be quicker than them later on. Sometimes just better off just staying behind them, just trying to save some bit of fuel. That way later on you'll be ahead of them in the pits, because you've saved that much amount of fuel that you've not needed to refill the car up as much. Oh, that might be a slowdown for Ben. Maybe not.
P11. Okay, Al, ignore that fucker in the mirror. Stick to your line, nail those exits.
Now he's caught up to the 2 ahead of him, and now he's starting to get to him as well, so I'm not really catching him up all that much. Ooh. Which one's I'll bite a little bit on the rear end there.
That's the bastard, come on, do it now.
So we're up to P11. Not sure exactly when that happened, to be honest. Obviously it's happened during the last lap. Oh,
Don't be distracted, defend your position.
That's one thing I'll need to get used to, is the car just wanted to kick out a little bit after a few laps. Onto low corner exits.
On your left. Clear left.
No big concern for me to let somebody else through right now. They're faster than me, then.
The gap in front is now 0.19.
Car right. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear right. You're clear.
little bit too much speed going into there. Probably going to lose me a bit of time.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 1.1 seconds.
Yeah, just pushing a little bit too hard on the front end right now. I'm overdriving the car, so I just need to settle it down a little bit. Because the thing is, the two that is up ahead of Matthias are both fighting each other. So obviously, Matt is catching up to the both of them. And he kind of was pulling me along.
P12, that lap time was 3:32.7. Sector 1 is 1.5 seconds off the pace. The gap ahead is now 1.3. Okay, Al, you've got half your fuel left. The track temp's increasing. It's now 39 Celsius.
Okay, so track temperature is increasing even more. So this track is only going to get harder though on the track temperature side of things as we go through the race. Which will be better for the more conservative driver.
Front is now 1.0 seconds.
Okay, so the first place LMP1 car has just come up on the track map on my relative. So we are probably not too far away from the rear end of the GTE class. We're about to hit 20 minutes, which is a third of the way. So we're going to start hitting that point in the race where this race will get suddenly very difficult. Because we're going to be negotiating traffic, and then we're going to have more traffic catching up to us from behind as well. And it's going to be that moment that I'm hoping that I'll be able to capitalise on some mistakes. Oh, Ben's definitely going to get slowed down for that.
Reeling Hicks in. The gap's now 0.6. Brilliant. Nice one.
So it'll be another gain of position.
E11. That was a 3:31.8. To Hicks behind is now 0.7.
Venture.
This fucker's trying to distract you. Don't let him.
Just having to kind of back out. I was thinking I was going to get a slowdown for that. I'm kind of pulling Ben a bit, who's behind me right now. Wanted to be a little bit extra careful there just to make sure I got through that. Not sure if Matthias ended up hitting the rear of Danny, and obviously all of his aero got washed up into a spin, or if he just lost it of his own accord on his brakes as he was trying to enter the corner.
Okay, Al, don't be intimidated by this little shit. Make him work for it.
That now gives us P10.
P10, you've just done a 3:31.6.
Right side. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Clear right.
Oh, Al. Come on, mate. Defend your position. You're reeling. Hicks in. The gap is now 0.30. Got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Car right. Still there. Hold your line. Clear to the right. Car right. Hold your line. Clear. Clear to the right.
Well done, mate. That was great.
I wonder if Ben got a little bit surprised I was still on the inside. I caught him off guard and forced him to back out. It's possible. Ooh, that was some horrible understeer.
Keep your exit speeds up.
The traction control kicked in, which ended up being that I ended up understeering.
Alright, Al, the pit window is now open.
Okay, the first LMP1 car isn't too far behind now. Which does also mean GTEs can't be too much further up the road. Ooh, that's very awkward.
Your last lap time was at 3:33.5 seconds. We're running on fumes, mate. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap.
I can actually do an extra lap if I feel it's needed. It depends on what the traffic is like. Now, we will be lapped for the first time by the LMP1 cars. No doubt about that. I am noticing a little bit that Danny is making more mistakes. Like, he is locking up quite a bit. I think my only issue, really, is the fact that I'm just driving a little bit too hard on corner.
No mistakes. We're at the halfway point. We estimate 6 minutes of fuel remaining.
What move?
Very little fuel left. In this lap, box
There's
this
nothing more
lap.
going on outside.
He's up, guys. He's up.
Right, I'm actually going to stay out and see what time I can gain.
You're being caught by the LMP1 cars.
J'ai dû fermer mon menu.
There's at least
You've just
LMP1
done
cars
a
have come in.
3:31.2 seconds. Good lap. That's your
On fait
quickest
gaffe,
today.
regarde.
J'ai un très bon setup, j'ai l'impression.
Tu mets combien de litres, toi?
No, a little bit wide on entry.
59.
63.
Hicks is reeling you in. The gap's now 0.6. Slower class car ahead. Don't be intimidated. Keep him behind you.
Car left, clear left.
Rode that curb a little bit too much, so car ended up angling a little bit. Even on the exit of the turn, didn't help me that much. So Ben's probably saved more fuel than what I did earlier. He has been behind me for a little while, so his strategy is obviously working.
Left side, clear to the left.
The lead car's pitting. 2 litres remaining. The car ahead's pitting now. Look out for the pit speed limit. Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour. Okay, Al, we'll fuel you to the end of the race. Box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
There'll be quite a lot of fuel going in. Wonder what the tyres were like. Not that bad actually.
Track's clear. Push, push, push. Okay, Al, there's a faster class car approaching. Blue flag.
On your left, clear left.
The gap to Hicks ahead is now 0.6. Tenth position.
Overdriving the car a little bit. Come on. So in effect,
Blue flag.
I've kept my position. So Ben has gained 2 positions overall from that pit stop. Danny, who was ahead of us, is now behind us on track.
Blue flag.
Right side, clear to the right.
It actually works out for us, kind of. Not fully, but it will do.
No problem, no problem. This is a race, guy.
Too much curb.
Alright, Al, stay close. Wait for him to make a mistake.
Oh my god.
The gap to Hicks in front is now 0.9. That's 20 minutes to go, 20 minutes.
The difference in track temperature is just so big compared to the start of the race that it is starting to have a bit of a knock-on effect.
Ouais, elle freine plus là.
Oh, okay.
Bon, bah vas-y, hein.
Yeah, we're starting to catch up to a GTE. At the same time, we've got an LMP1 catching up behind us. I reckon the LMP1 car should be able to pass us after the chicane. We'll stay to the left-hand side just to make it easier. So we see the LMP1 car coming up behind us. He's also flashing to the cars ahead of him just to let them know as well. I am coming up. So please make room.
Clear right.
Oh god. Don't want to do that.
The gap to Hicks ahead is now 1.6.
Pas de problème.
Oh, is that a slowdown? It is as well. Hopefully with me not getting that good of an exit, it might mean that I won't gain as much. I'll just have to lift a little bit at the end straight. Yeah.
Okay, Al, there's a faster car approaching. Blue flag.
There's obviously another thing that,
1.4
as
seconds.
well, that we'll need to factor in. It's the fact that there might be one extra lap, depending on how quick the LMP1 cars are.
On your right. Clear right.
Because it's them that will dictate how many laps we do. So there might be a driver or two that may underfuel the car, and then we'll have to pit in again for just a little bit of a splash and dash at the end. Oh god. These cars are obviously not easy to drive. But I don't think my pace overall has been too bad. You know, for somebody that's learning this car, I don't think it's a bad thing. You know, I'm about what? I'm about 2 seconds off the lead pace. Bear in mind, I don't drive this car.
15 minutes left.
The drivers at the front probably only drive this car. And they've been doing a lot of this particular combo this week just because of it being Circuit De Le Sarthe. It is so popular. It is that what you'll get for such a much bigger event is the fact that you will get insane strength for the fields.
You're coming up on a slower car. The gap behind is now 1.2 seconds.
Well, I'm not going to pass this guy here. Ooh, small slowdown there. Just went off track a little bit too much.
Just slow down a bit if you don't want a penalty.
Car left. Clear left.
It was nice of him to give us the inside. But now Danny's caught up. He's got so
Left
much
side.
speed.
Still there. Clear left. Left side. Still there. Clear left.
Yeah, that's good from Danny. Didn't really do too much. Me trying to save a little bit of fuel by pulling in the clutch actually didn't help me there, to be honest. And I don't really need to save fuel necessarily. Right now, I don't believe, anyway.
Slower class car ahead.
Right side. Clear right.
Now even Matthias has caught up.
P11. That lap time was 3:36.2 seconds. Sector 3 is 3.2 seconds off the pace.
Well, he was caught up, but now it's lagged behind that Ferrari.
Come on, we need to be in front of this guy.
On your left. He's still there. Clear to the left.
Well done, Al. Good pass. Eyes front. Don't be intimidated by this little shit. Make him work for it.
Car left. Keep it steady. Clear on the left.
Well, much better than what I did there. Enough 10 minutes to go.
The track temperature is increasing. It's now 42 Celsius. Remaining 10 minutes.
The issue what we might have now is we'll be stuck behind these two GTE cars that we're just catching up to now. I believe there's a pack of 3.
Stick with him, keep him under pressure. Coming up on a slower class car.
Right side. Clear right. Car right. Clear to the right.
Oh, somebody's in the pits.
Great, Michael. Great.
P10.
Sorry, it's my fault. Thank you. Amazing.
We both actually caught up to Ben actually during that last lap. I didn't notice that.
The gap in front is now 0.7.
Oh, viens me donner la petite, toi. Viens, gamin. Eh, gamin, reviens.
C'est moi?
Allez, gamin.
Gamin. Je suis sûr que je suis plus vieux que toi.
Now, may have gained a position, maybe even 2, on the last lap due to retirements. Yeah.
Je t'entends plus parler.
Je déconne, c'est pour
Oh, don't do that now.
Au prochain tour, promis.
Oh yeah, that's a slowdown for Danny.
Car right, clear right.
That's up another position on top of that.
Good move, mate.
But I know Danny's quick. I know Danny's quick. So, don't expect this fight to be over. Oh my word. Okay, what am I doing?
Pay attention to track limits, please, Al. Don't let this guy intimidate you. Coming up on a slower class car. P8.
On your left, clear to the left.
Thank you.
Five minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
Okay, that was fine. I think Will is actually serving the slowdown.
The gap behind is now 0.9.
Il y en a au moins 2 qui ont des dégâts devant.
So we are in P8, which is quite good for us actually. We'll put in the last 2 laps now. There'll be this lap and another 2 maybe.
Slower car ahead, this guy's the class leader.
Should be able to get Soren before Indianapolis.
Okay, Al, 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Easy.
Car left, clear left.
Oh, there your car's really damaged at the rear.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Okay, we've got another lap after this.
That lap was a 3:32.9 seconds.
Danny's fallen off. He's actually behind Massive now. So I could kind of relax a little bit. If I can try and catch up to Ben, I will, but I'm not going to overdrive the car to try and catch up. Yeah, I'm actually quite surprised with how comfortable the car feels. You know, all I've done really just stayed patient for most of the race. Just allowed things to come to us. You know, bear in mind, we started last. We did, so we've actually made very good progress throughout this race. Like, even with the trickiness of the temperature rising dramatically, you know, during the course of this race, I've been able to hand that mostly well. There's been a couple of mistakes which I would have liked to have not happened, but that's all part of racing, really.
Okay, Al. 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes.
Or a little bit wide into karting there. Oh, they've had an incident behind. Right, okay.
One more lap to go. We're running on fumes, mate.
Ooh, that's very wide. Not wide enough to get a slowdown, but you can get a slowdown there.
Gap to Hicks. Ahead is now 2.3 seconds.
That was a wild race. Good one, guys.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, slow down for that.
We need to give back the time gained.
We shouldn't lose P8 though. We're far enough ahead that we won't. We'll just have to lift off. We're a little bit extra early.
Very little fuel left. The gap to Hicks in front is now 2.6 seconds. The gap behind has now decreased to 2.1. Two minutes to go, 2 minutes.
Start, so good.
Ooh, what am I doing? Well, that was good though.
Yellow flag, caution.
I'll take that, a P8. We're getting a little bit of I rating. We're going to gain... Well, we won't gain safety rating because we're at max
well done,
anyway.
mate. Good finish.
But I'm quite happy with that.
Il y a 3 saisons, il marche.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Considering it started last and I'm learning the car, gaining any sort of I rating is a bonus. So,